Hope everyone had a great Christmas and looking forward to the new year. I know it's been, of course, everyone's been saying this, it's been a really hard 2020 and the demand for puppies has gone up. It's been insane. At the beginning of this year, I was not sure if I was going to go fully into breeding or if I was going to work full-time at a college after I graduated college myself, but the pandemic basically made the decision for me, and I'm so glad that it actually did, because I feel like that is the right path for me. And I'm glad so many of you guys see all the love and everything I have for my dogs and for what I do and for all the puppies, and I just have a blast doing it, and I honestly can't think of doing something else at this point. And so even though the pandemic has been like really hard and a lot of bad things came from it, there was like the one silver lining for me personally, and that was to follow this path and to become this person that I am today, and I'm so thankful. But we do have a lot to look forward to for next year. There's a lot of things that I learned on how to go about next year when it comes to collecting deposits, and also with just general breeding and raising of the puppies. So I'm looking forward to next year a lot. In this video, I kind of wanted to just go over some of the plans that I have for the future in terms of like which litters I'm planning for, when they're going to be coming in the spring and summer, and also the application process and how you can go about applying to be on the wait list for summer, spring, or spring-summer of 2021. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about the plans that I have for next spring/summer 2021. So Ella and Lily, Ella is my F1 Golden Doodle and Lily is my Golden Retriever. They are scheduled or expected to go into heat around January, February. They never go into heat around the same time that they did last time. It's every 6 months, but it never falls on the exact same time as it was before. It's never exactly 6 months. It varies in between cycles. So we are planning on breeding Ella with Picasso to have F1B standard Golden Doodle puppies. And we are planning on breeding Lily with Louie to have F1 standard and or medium Golden Doodle puppies. And the reason why it's and or is because last time I bred Louie with Ella to have F1B standards / mediums. Some of them turn out to be mediums and some of them are standards. And how the weight is determined is based on the dad. So he is more of a smaller poodle, but he's still considered a standard poodle. So some of the puppies just are smaller than others in the litter. So that's why I say some of them are mediums and some of them are standards. So I'm going to be breeding Louie with Lily, and some of them are going to be medium size and some of them are going to be standard size. Also with Lily, last time I tried to breed her with Louie, she did not get pregnant, and I'm not sure if it's because she's getting older and it's almost time for her to retire, but that may happen again. I am planning on retiring her, whether or not she gets pregnant this summer, because she's going to be turning 7 and I didn't want dogs to go past that age with having puppies. So hopefully she does get pregnant, but if not, then that's just, you know, she just gets to not have to have another litter. So for both Lily's and Ella's puppies, I believe they would probably be born in March and April, and then they would be ready for their homes in May or June. So I am also planning on having a litter of micro mini Golden Doodles from Pride and Baylor. Last time we had a litter of micro mini Golden Doodles, we used a stud named Teddy, but he has since retired. So my mom and I have been on the search looking for the perfect stud for Pride, and we think we found the right one. We found a great family, great toy poodle who looks pretty much identical to Teddy, and we think he'll be a perfect fit. Pride is expected to go into heat in March/April with her puppies ready to be born May, June, with them going home July or August. So it'll be kind of later on in the summer when they'll be ready for their homes. But they will be F1B micro minis, and they'll be like so adorable, and I'm so excited for them. Depending on if Lily gets pregnant or not by the time Meg goes into heat. So if Lily is pregnant, then I will be having F1 minis with Meg, she's my Golden Retriever, with Winston, he's a toy poodle, and they will be F1 mini Golden Doodles. If Lily does not get pregnant, then I will breed Meg with Louie to have standard / medium size F1 golden doodles. He's expected to go into heat March, April, with them to be born May, June, to go home July, August. So those will be kind of more at the end of the summer. I know that's kind of a lot. It's kind of, I have all this written down here on my notes, and I've had to do this take like 20 times because there's just so much to go over with you, and you might have to watch this a few times to really understand what's happening. But those are the plans. It could be changing, might change, and this whole plan that I have might change because it all depends on the health and what the vet recommends. Things come up, this is nature. Really hope to stick to them, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm excited. I know we'll have some awesome litters, and I'm gonna be finding some awesome families, and that leads me right on to the next part of this video, which is about the application process. Now, with this, it's a little bit convoluted, but we had figured out an awesome way to kind of make it to where it's fair for everyone, where it's not like a first come, first serve, anxiety driven way of finding families. I don't like that. It's stressful on me, it's stressful on you guys, and it just doesn't seem fair for the ones who have been searching for a long time, and also for the ones that I've gotten to know, who really put an effort out there to get to know me, for me to get to know them. I'm more personable, and I love to get to know you guys, and it's more than just a business to me. It's something that I want to make friends through. And I've made so many awesome friends, and I want to continue making friends, so I want it to be more about that than just about like first come, first serve and all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, I have an application that I had created, and I'm going to be releasing the application for 2 days. Within those 2 days, anyone can apply. So this application is just a general application to get on a general wait list. And this wait list is not specific to any gender or any size. It's just to get in to get a puppy from me. And with the demand for puppies being so high, I always like to think that if you could just get in, that's the hardest battle. And like I said, I don't want it to be first come, first serve. So with those applications, I go through each and every one of them. There's a few things that I look for in the application. So I look for families who are flexible when it comes to the delivery date, if you are looking to get the puppy shipped. Also, I'm looking for families who understand this is a business where we're dealing with nature and things might change right off the bat, and you might have to wait for the next litter when you were expecting to be on this litter. I also look for families, and I think this is probably the most important to me, who I've gotten to know. So don't feel bad with always reaching out to me. I encourage that. I want you to kind of like tell me about your family, send me pictures of your family, tell me about your life, and then we can kind of like get to know each other, get to know you. And so I encourage that. Like, please, like, just, you know, like, let's just be friends and let's communicate like often. And I really like that a lot. And also when I see people who are participating more on the page and everything, that kind of shows me that you're really interested in a puppy from me specifically, because I know there are people who are just wanting a puppy, but there are also people who want one just from me. Another thing that I kind of look into is the families who have been searching for a doodle a long time. And I don't always take that into consideration, because there are some people who I've really become really good friends with, and I feel like there would be great. But I do definitely take it in consideration how long you've been searching for a doodle, how long you've been on the page, how long you've been following, and everything like that. And so I definitely look at that as well. Now, the fee to get on the application itself is $50, and that fee does not go towards the total cost of the puppy, but it is refundable at the end of the year only if I'm unable to give you a puppy. You also have the option of having that $50 or the spot on the wait list transferable to the next year if you want to keep waiting, and I think that's kind of fair. And the $50 is not much, but it does show to me that you are really interested in getting a puppy from me, and it also shows me that you're willing to be patient and to wait for the perfect puppy. So I think that's really important to me: patience, flexibility, and just being an awesome person. So the dates that I am going to be releasing the application is on January 16th and 17th. That's on a Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to release it on January 16th at midnight, and it will be available until January 18th at midnight. So that's like Monday morning. And I'm going to be posting the link to the application on my Facebook group page and on my business page. So follow me on my business page. if you want to get in touch with me, because that's the best place to get in touch with me is on my Facebook business page, but I'm also going to be posting it on my group page as well, so you can find it there too. Once you fill out the application, I really encourage you to message me on my business page. Let me know that you did fill out the application, because I know there's going to be like a lot of applications. It just helps me when you kind of reach out to me and be like, hey, I sent you the application, and then it's easier for me to reach back to you. And I'm going to be picking 20 families, which that may be more than however many puppies I'm having this spring. I'm not sure, but if that's the case, then you'll just go to fall and winter. And at that time, I'm going to be doing it again. So after all the applications have been submitted by the 18th, I'm going to start going through all the applications, reading through them, and then getting in contact with those families who I am interested in. And at that point, that's when the $50 will be due if you're still interested to be put on the general wait list. So the application is free to apply, but once I accept you, then that is when you pay the $50 to be put on the wait list. And then once the first litter is born, just for an example, say they're a litter of 10 standard puppies. That's the first litter that was born. I will get in contact with the first 10 people on the general wait list to ask if you want to be put on this litter or if you want to wait. And one of the reasons why the general wait list isn't for a specific size is because I want to give people the chance to change their mind if they want to. Like, say they were really wanting a mini, but then they've thought about it and decided, well, I actually want a standard size. I think that might be better for our family. That will give room for change if that's what you guys wanted to do. So you don't have to make the decision until when it's your turn on the list to ask you, do you want to be on this litter or not? And so if you decide at that point that yes, you would like to be on that litter, then the deposit will be due for that specific litter. And that deposit goes towards the final price of the puppy. If not, and you still want to wait for a mini, or if you want to wait for another litter, we'll just move you down and I'll contact you the next litter that's born. I'm going to be contacting you whether or not you want a standard size or a mini size or micro mini. I'm just going to contact you anyway just to check in to see, like, I know I see on your application and that you told me you want a mini, but I'm just reaching out to you to see if are you interested by chance. Did you change your mind and want a standard size, or do you still want to wait? And at that point you can make your decision. And then we do selection process at 6 weeks old, and at that point that's when you select the puppy that you want, and we can do that through video, FaceTime, in person, and that's also when you choose your gender as well. So I try to make it to where everyone has time to think about things, because I know a lot of people go in thinking they want a certain thing, certain size, but then they talk about it and, you know, things take time to produce. So within those months or so, they come to realize, you know what, I'd actually want a mini, or you know what, I think a standard size would be better for our family. And so I try to give people that chance to change their mind instead of being, you know, like tied down, like, no, you signed up for a mini, that's what you're getting from me. Like, I like to be flexible and adaptable, and so I try to give that, you know, opportunity for everyone. And also with gender, a lot of people go in thinking they want a certain gender, and then they watch the puppies grow and they fall in love with one that they didn't think they would fall in love with, and it's a different gender that they were originally planning for. So that's why I do that. Also, I just wanted to say real quick that the deposit that you would place to be on a specific litter is only transferable. It is not refundable. And the reason why is because since the demand is so high, I want you to be serious to be put on, you know, the list for that specific litter. So that is why it's only transferable. It could be transferable forever, but it cannot be refundable. So I hope all that information isn't too confusing. I know there's a lot of information there. You might have to watch this video a few times, and I'll try my best to edit this video to make it to where I get to the point, because I tend to ramble a lot of the times. So I have a lot of editing to do, I can already tell. But I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me on my business page. You can follow me on all my socials. I'm on everything because I just like to be on everything. And I'll put that link in the description. And for those of you who are on YouTube, please follow my business page. I'll put that information in my description if you're interested in a puppy and you're coming from there. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'm really looking forward to the spring months coming up in 2021. And things are, like I said, things are ever changing. So you can always message me if you feel like you've missed something, like the application date, or you forget what the application date was, or if you have any additional questions, message me on my business page. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. 2020 has been crazy, and I've learned a ton, as I'm sure you have, in this whole world of puppies. And but it's going to be great in the future, and just really looking forward to it. So I hope to hear from you guys soon. Like I said, if you have any questions, message me on my business page, and I will talk with you guys then. Bye.